about it. It'll jog your memory, though.
Maybe.
Yeah, here's hoping.
Let's hope.
Here's hoping. Okay, so we are going to YouTube. Hi, everyone. How are you? Today, the Swoon sisters are talking about The Takeover by T.L. Swan.
Not us both having the copy this time.
You know what? I looked on Amazon because I forgot that I bought the audiobook a while ago because I don't remember.
The audiobook, you didn't have to buy it. It came with Kindle Unlimited.
No, I know, but I already had it because I went to Amazon to get the ebook, and they're like, "Oh, you already own a digital copy," because I did do the KU, and they're like, "You can listen to it and read it because you already own the audio." I was like, "I do." I was like, "Wow."
Okay, but I also own the first one.
But then this book is on sale on Amazon for like $6, so I bought the physical copy. You got the first one. That's Jay, right? Jameson. That's the first book. That's about.
I don't even know who that is. I don't remember.
It's Tristan's brother. Names. That's fine. Hi, Danielle.
Oh, okay. But I think like the thing is, right? The reason that it's called the Miles High Club is because all of the meetings happen on planes, right?
Well, that's also their last name.
That's true, but like I think it's because like it's a play because it's their last name, but then also they met on a plane, right? That's this book.
No, they didn't meet on a plane.
They didn't? What book am I thinking of?
You're thinking of the last book we read. You're thinking of
You know what? In the first one, they meet on a plane. It literally says, "I was upgraded to first class on a flight from London to New York." Maybe I'm thinking of this book, even though I haven't read it.
You haven't read it? I think you're thinking of Managed.
Oh, Managed?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's that one too. I told you, I read this so long
I was
ago.
like, that sounds actually really familiar.
So I'm glad it wasn't just me. No, they met at that conference. No, well,
they didn't meet at the conference.
No, he wanted to take over her company, and then they like kind of met again at the conference.
Yes,
they didn't meet for the first time at the conference.
Correct. Yes,
but they did meet at the conference, just not for the first time.
Just not for the first time, right? Hi, Misty. You two sent me on another series binge. I listened to all the books in the series and love them. I really like this one, so I'm gonna start with book number 1 and then move on because I really liked it. I read it in basically one sitting.
Girl, I finished this August 19th.
August 9th. That's it's the 7th. For some reason, I thought it was later in the month. That's a long time ago.
I know. That's what I'm saying.
I would not be able to remember.
That was 2.5 weeks ago. I told you 2 to 3 weeks. This was wait, let me see. I'm trying to see. No, so this is the third book I finished at school.
Okay.
But the first one I finished on the first night that I was here. So, because I already started it.
Nice. So, yeah, we have Tristan, Miles, and what's her name?
I don't know.
Claire, right?
That's so basic. Sorry for the Claires out there.
Claire, it is Claire. Okay, so yeah, Tristan, Miles, how they meet is what?
My roommate's name is Nicole, like the one that I have now.
Oh, really?
But it's spelled Nickol, like Nick O.
Oh, got it. I've never actually seen it spelled that way.
Nicole, my middle name's Nicole. She's Nicole. It's a lot of Nicole existing in this space.
I know exactly 7 Nicoles.
Oh, but then the roommate that I'm switching to, her name's Olivia, and my niece's name is Olivia.
Oh,
it's a lot of really popular names apparently happening.
Mm-hmm. Everybody has similar names.
I'm sorry to cut you off. It just had me shook when I thought about it. I was like, wait, Nicole, kind of Nicole. I was like, oh.
Nicole is a very popular name.
It is.
So yeah, Tristan and Claire, they meet because Claire is trying to run her late husband's business, but it's slowly but surely just kind of dwindling. She's losing control. She has to keep laying people off. So Tristan comes in a meeting and says, "Let me buy your company. It's I can pay you. I can take care of you. or I can come back in 6 months and basically buy it for nothing because you're basically bankrupt. And she's like, no, this is my late husband's, company. I'm going to hand it down to my sons. You are such a jerk. And I feel like she was very unprofessional in this first meeting, but she was very emotional. I will give her that. And then they meet 6 months later at this conference, and Tristan is so bossy.
He really is.
They're like at the meeting, and when she realizes that he's the one giving like a lecture or something, she gets up to leave because she's like, no, I'm not sitting in this lecture with this jerk. And she gets up to leave, and he's like, Claire Anderson, sit down, like in front of everybody.
Literally the whole, not even the first name, the full name was
full name, Claire Anderson, sit down. She's like, no. And she keeps trying to go to the exit, and he's like, I said, sit down. It's like, you're bossy.
Okay, this is weird about my copy. Okay.
What?
You see the font is like normal, right?
Yeah.
And like part of it's like bolded.
That's because it's his point of view. It did that in the ebook too. Yeah, they did that in the ebook.
Oh, because I listened to the audio, so I didn't know that. I was like, that's so weird.
Yeah, like if it's his point of view, it's all bolded and stuff. Okay. So yeah.
I just thought it was like a printing mistake. Because I listened to the audiobook. How was I supposed to know? They just had a voice actor who was really good.
Oh, the voice actor was really good. Yeah, hi, Vina.
Voice. I did really like his voice. And I
Who was the other narrator?
I don't know.
Excuse me, hiccups.
Yeah, I don't know. Wait, how many stars did you give it?
5 stars.
I gave it 5 too.
5 stars.
I gave it 5.
Daniel said I would have died of embarrassment.
So yeah, I would have been like,
he did multiple times in that meeting. He's like, oh, I was just asking like what was like a point in time where you like were feeling like really satisfied. And she's like, when you asked me out on a date and I said no.
I was like, girl, she really did. She said absolutely not.
4.5 stars.
She went from hating him to liking him real quick though. But she really did hate him. She really did.
Hated him. It was he was an animal in bed, let's just say that. But so was she.
Yeah.
Danielle, 4 stars. Got it. Perfect.
This book was just so funny, and like so one of my suite mates said it makes them uncomfortable because I would tell them how I'd walk around campus listening to my audiobooks to and from classes, and I'm like, yeah, like I just read like this one, and they're like, okay, but like this is romance and it has sex in it, and like you're just walking around campus listening to sex scenes, and I'm like, yeah,
yes,
and then I'm like, sometimes it makes me like, even if they say just something funny, I'd be smiling about the audiobook, and people probably think that I'm hella creepy just smiling for no reason. They probably think I'm just, because everybody's like literally like you see the dead look that I just put into my eyes.
Mm-hmm.
That's how we be walking around campus.
Dead.
No, literally, I'm so tired.
I do the same thing. I listen to the audiobook, and like whenever something like really cute happens, I'm like smiling or like I'm laughing because it's so funny, and they're like, what's wrong with you?
I literally just like, I'm in my own little universe. Like I do not pay attention to nobody. So like it just feels like I'm in like a little bubble that has like, it's not even like real people to me. Like they're literally fake people. They're not
fake people. How do y'all listen to sex scene in public? Honestly, I turned down my headphones just to make sure that nobody can hear.
I don't even do that. I don't even, because the thing is, if it's on 3 times speed, ain't nobody gonna understand anyways.
That's true.
Unless they're another audiobook listener, and I feel like at that point they wouldn't even judge me.
Right? No, like, yeah, you're right. That was a great book. I recognize the sex scene. That's a great book. Yes.
Especially if it's like so tiny. It's like they're not gonna hear one word if it's on 3 times speed and it's like coming out of a headphone. Nobody's gonna hear it.
True.
Oh, it's on 3 times speed for me. Nobody's gonna understand if it plays, and I'll just be like, well, I'm at a college with like 30,000 something students. I'll never see you again.
Yeah.
So
that
like,
was in Danny Brown. That was in Take a Hit. Danny Brown was Zaf was listening to the romance,
oh
and
yeah.
his headphone came out, and it's like the middle of a sex scene. I was like, that would literally happen to me.
Nah, I would just be like, whatever. I'm never gonna
Like,
see
oh,
you
it's a
again.
romance. It's great. You should read it. Bye.
I think it's just different because I'm at college. Like, I literally just don't care. I literally just don't care.
Hi, Charles. I think you rated this like 4 or 5 stars, didn't you, Charles?
He said this is his book, so if he didn't rate it 5 stars, then like it's not really his book.
It's just so surprising.
It's not really his book. Oh, how is it?
How's it go?
It is what it is. No. I would let Teal Swan slap me. Oh, not the slap. College is good. I really like it. I'm starting to get into like the habit of it. I literally have to walk everywhere because my dorm is out in the middle of like bumfuck nowhere on campus. So like, I guess the closest place to get food is like the student union, which is like a 10, maybe like 7-minute walk from here. 7 minutes isn't that bad, but to go to a dining hall is like 15 minutes. It's like 0.6 or 0.7 of a mile.
Yikes.
No,
I know when I was you posted that map, a picture of like the map of all your stuff it is. I was like,
no, I literally saw my thighs from the side the other day, and I was like, whose thighs are those? I was like, those are not mine, because they be looking very toned and slim. I was like, those are simply not mine. It really caught me by surprise. I did a whole double take. I was like, whose are those? You know, I've actually done like this moment a lot since I've been at college, because I saw the thighs. Yesterday I got electrocuted.
Electrocuted?
Yeah, I got electrocuted because I touched a lamp that didn't have a light bulb in it, and then I was touching the light switch at the same time.
Oh.
And I just didn't think that it would occur, but I definitely was like, for a second. Yeah. And then I put like a little picture frame above my bed, and that same night I accidentally fell asleep like half sitting up, and the picture frame just went straight on me while I was dead asleep, and I was like, like the picture frame just fell. Like, at least I wasn't laying down so it don't fall on my face, but like it fell like straight into my lap, and I was like, what in the world? It was like the most abrupt waking up I've ever experienced. I literally bet. Like this picture frame just went bam, like right into my lap.
And you're like, hazardous.
No, and I haven't put her back up either because I'm scared.
I wouldn't either. I would not.
I'm scared. But yeah, 2 of my teachers are not, or my professors, I should say, they're not great for different reasons. One of them doesn't care enough, and the other one cares too much. But they're both grad students, which is the funny part.
Oh,
because what happens is one doesn't care enough, so they don't really review the material in class. And I'm like, since I'm an auditory learner, like reading the textbook is not enough for me. Like I need you to reinforce it in class. Right. With a PowerPoint. Yeah.
With a PowerPoint presentation.
And then the other one cares too much. I'm echoing.
You're hold on, let me mute myself.
Oh, was it you? Oh. So it was my political science class, and so we talk about stuff in the news all the time, obviously, but like that'll be like an hour of our hour and 15-minute class. So we're like 4 class periods behind where we're supposed to be. And so we're supposed to keep up with the material, but if I get so far ahead, I'm not going to remember the stuff for class. And it's just very much confusing. Like I'm like, ma'am, like you just need to stop trying to have class discussions and just move on with the material. What is this private chat? Oh, okay.
That was me. Keep going.
Nicole said in the private chat she needs her husband to unlock the door, so she's telling me to talk for no reason. This book was great, Charles. The school shenanigans have begun. They really have. I've done some stuff that I've never done before in my life that are interesting. I've done some interesting activities. But you know what? I feel like I'm balancing my stuff well. I'm still working, even though I'm going to quit my job. It's fine. Because my job is just too far away. But I have my job. I have school. I've been reading. I have a social life. I feel like I've been balancing my stuff pretty well. Even though I feel dead on the inside a little bit. But it's fine. It's fine. Anyways. Feels weird to talk about the book if Nicole's not here. Oh, she's back though. She's back. Hi.
I'm back. Sorry about that.
I know. I was saying it feels weird to talk about the book if you're not there, so I was just rambling.
That's fine. Oh, sorry if it's still echoing. Is there audio issues? Because I'm actually hearing like a high pitched ringing in my headphones.
I
But
don't hear that.
If no one else is hearing it, I'm just going to allow it and then keep with the discussion.
Okay, well, I don't hear that, and I don't hear myself echoing anymore.
Great. Okay, so Charles, the kids and the pranks. Oh my gosh, I was dying laughing.
The kids and the pranks. That part had me. Okay.
Oh my gosh, I was literally like, these kids are kind of wild because like one is like almost 18. So yeah, she had this kid, the oldest, pretty young, but it's like he literally tried to stuff his underwear in his mouth. Like when he first met, I was like, oh my gosh. And then Harry putting sugar in his Aston Martin's gas tank.
That was so funny. And then he took apart his bike, right? He did something to his bike.
Yes. And he took all the wheels off the skateboard, off the bikes. He's like, okay, retaliation.
I agree with this because I feel like if kids do shitty things to you, you should be allowed to do shitty things back
to the kids. He's like, okay. So and I love how it was like an inside thing because they didn't let the mom know. They didn't let Claire know because Harry knew that he would get in trouble.
What was the thing that he always said? TikTok, right?
TikTok, yes.
TikTok. I was like, not the TikTok.
Oh my gosh, so funny. Okay, not anymore. Okay, no audio issues. Great. Those kids were so wild. I was like, oh my gosh, Patrick. He was my favorite. The little kid.
This is such spoilers.
The younger one.
And it was so like they go from him literally putting sugar in his car to like them flying out to go see him and like running away from their mom. I was like, okay. I'll just be crying.
They were living together for like 7 months. I felt like, yes. I felt like that was the time jump. It was literally like I read somewhere 7 months and I'm like, okay, they were living together. They're like this cute little family. And like, I really love that Patrick, the little one, like attached to Tristan, so well. And then exactly, Charles, he was hurting. Harry was like sneaking off and going to see his dad's grave. And I was like, and Tristan helped him. He's like, I'm going to take you there. Here's the cigars that he liked. And they were like smoking a cigar like on the grave. And I was like,
it'd be like that. But it was just because he went from literally, I know Tristan really did not like them kids. He did not like them kids at all. Because like Harry, at least, like Harry was just pulling pranks. Okay. I don't think he liked him, but he was just more wary of him. Tristan did not like them. Tristan did not. And then he went from like, he'd be like, those are my kids. Like, I want to adopt them kids.
Yes. He's like, I want their last name to be Miles Anderson or Anderson Miles or something.
I was like, stop. You're joking. Oh my God. Yeah. He called him what? Like wizard boy or something?
Yeah. He called Fletcher Fletch. And then he called Patrick Tricky. And then he called Harry Wiz.
Wiz. That's what it was. I just knew it was something to do with like Harry Potter.
Yeah.
Wiz or something. Wizard.
I just love when he was rehashing everything with his brothers. Even his brothers were just laughing their asses off. It's just so funny.
Yes, Charles, it was beautiful. So the thing is, I feel like most books cannot achieve like a rom-com feel with serious elements. Like I feel like most books that try to do it either just end up feeling like rom-com or they're just emotional. But like Loki just balanced it well.
Oh yeah, I was like, and I said like in my review on Goodreads, I was like, I was feeling all kinds of emotions. Like I was swooning. It was so romantic. It was hot, spicy. I was crying. I was laughing. Yes. I was feeling everything. And I was like, this book literally had it all. Like seriously.
It took you on a roller coaster.
Oh my gosh. It was so beautiful. Like Charles said, it was so beautiful.
That's how I know that this book was good. Because like, as I said, I read it 2.5 weeks ago. So it's like not like super in my memory.
Yeah.
But I do remember it, which like could not be said about the current book I've been listening to. Don't remember anything about her, and I'm still in the middle of her.
Oh, I was shocked that it didn't. I was shocked that it was nearly
Nicole read it last night.
Yeah, I read it last night.
No, but like like the book that I'm reading now, like I've been listening to it while walking around campus, doing the same thing that I did for this book. And I remember this one pretty well in comparison, considering the one that I'm reading. I'm literally still reading it. I'm still in the middle of it. And I remember more about this book than that one. And it's one from one of your favorites, Nicole, so we're not going to talk
I don't even want to talk about it. I don't even want to talk about it. Who is it?
Steven.
Really?
It's his new one. My Heart is a Chainsaw.
Okay. Yes, took me on a roller coaster ride of emotions.
The book is not bad. I just don't remember it that well. Maybe I've just been distracted. Maybe I need to take my ADHD medication.
You should be taking your medication anyway.
No, they said that the more that I take it, the less effective that it is. So only take it when I really need it.
Okay. As long as you're following the instructions from your doctor.
Yeah, but last night was the first time I took all my vitamins and all my medication in the past 6 months. So I felt really proud of myself.
Good job.
Thank you.
TL Swan does an amazing job with characters and Steam. Yes, oh my God. Yeah. The dirty talk. Tristan's dirty talk. I was like, sir. Mr. Miles. I love it when I just wish Claire would have saved herself some. Tristan literally came in, saved her with every part of her life, which is fine. I just would have liked to have seen her help herself.
That's true. I guess I get it.
Yeah, I get it. She tried really hard, though.
She did.
She tried so hard.
I think it was just like for so long, she was just so independent and just by herself. And so this way, since she trusted Tristan, she was able to give in a little bit. This is how it is, right? In my suite, this is a correlation. In my suite, they call me literally the sweet mom. I do everything. I make sure everybody's okay. That's just how I am. But then when I'm around my actual mother, I'm like a little baby. I can't do anything for myself at all. Literally not a thing. No. I'm literally, you have to walk me to the bathroom, mom. I literally can't even do that. That's what I'm saying. So I feel it's kind of similar to that. It's she is very independent and can do things by herself. But with Tristan, she trusts him enough to let herself fall apart.
Yes.
Around him. But every other time she has to seem put together and just independent.
Yeah. Claire was struggling with 3 kids and a failing business. She was dealing with a lot. Absolutely. Yeah. And I would have liked to have seen her save at least one thing. If she could have turned that business around, but it's just that's not really that was her husband's business. That wasn't hers. She said multiple times, she's I'm trying to keep this afloat, but I have no idea what I'm doing. This is not what I went to school for,
The
seriously.
only reason why she kept that business was because it was her husband's, not because she was passionate about it.
She was trying to keep it alive for the kids. That's literally it.
Mm-hmm.
Coming up, it's supposed to be this week, Alicia.
What buddy read?
We're reading My Heart is a Chainsaw.
Maybe you'll like it more. I just want more horror. I'm where is it? It's just her talking about slashers all the time, which I'm great, but I want to see someone get slashed.
You want a slasher.
Yeah, exactly. I don't want them to just talk about it. Yeah, keep the legacy alive.
And she was trying. She was trying really hard, and then
But it's actually kind of weird because I'm in an entrepreneurship class, so having that class and then reading this at the same time was weird. Also, is that a Sonic cup?
Yes.
Oh my God, I have a good eye. I didn't even see the words. I just saw the colors, and I was like,
Sonic. Which is admirable, and I loved how the dead husband was not, but generally, he was a good guy. He was so good. She really loved him, and she was being torn apart. One of the scenes where I cried so hard was that she was really starting to see herself with Tristan and falling in love with him, and she realized while she was in the shower that she hadn't thought about her dead husband for a while, and she kind of was broke down and was guilty. And I was sobbing. I was a sobbing mess. I felt so bad for her, but it's just she almost lost him because she put her rings back on. Remember that?
Oh. And he was out. He said,
he was
bye. You know,
but she's
sound?
But she's I'm sorry. No.
The one's No. And he's like, damn, that's disgusting. So how'd you get back home? You had Uber? And he's like, he's like, what you mean, my boy? And then he's like, oh no. And he's like, got to see it through, my boy.
No,
You
I
don't know
don't
that
know that.
sound?
No.
So it's people even do that with book talk, because it'll be like so I'm reading this romance that's like, I don't even know, it's like reverse harem mafia with blood play, and then someone's like, oh no, like this sounds like, damn, that's disgusting, so how'd you get back home? You had to Uber? And they're like no, got to see it through, my boy. Like they'll do that. Like it's so funny.
I think you overestimate how much TikTok I watch.
No, like it's my serotonin. It's the only way that I stay afloat. It's my coffee. Okay, but this. Hello. Charles already read this book, and I know that he didn't rate it as high, but he still liked it. This really gives me no, Hero by Lauren Rowe. This and that they give me the same vibes.
Oh, okay. Hero by Lauren Rowe.
Mm-hmm. I heard about it from Bree from In Love and Words. It's like, because it's like a single mother romance. Like it has a single parent trope.
Yeah.
And it's really funny, but really smutty. Like the only like the big difference between the plots is like, obviously this has to do with like more like businessy aspects, while in Hero it's more like, because she is like a physical therapist and he was a firefighter who got into like a fire, so he had to get physical therapy, and she was his physical therapist. So that's like their setup, while this one's like the business, but like, and that one's more like insta love. It has like no hate to love. This one has hate to love, but I feel like they still had good banter, and they still had like really funny moments. But yeah, that one was more like insta lovey, but like in a good way. Like he was like, I'm literally obsessed with you. Like literally he woke up from a coma. I don't think it was a coma, but he woke up and he was like, hello, like literally we're gonna get married right now.
What are you doing for the rest of your life?
And he's like, and she's like, I'm literally your physical therapist. This is against hospital policy. We are not gonna see it through, my boy. Like so yeah. Yeah.
And honestly, while I was reading this book, I forgot that it was single parents.
That's literally the trope we chose it for.
I know. Stop.
No, I do think that this one, Hero, the kids are younger, I think.
Okay.
And they're there for sure, but it's not like, this really did just have hate to love all around. It was just like, he was like, okay, there's kids. And I guess now I love these kids. Like that's how it kind of was. With this, it just was like a whole event.
It's so funny because she was right. She broke it off. She was like, like what we had in Paris was great, but we're back to real life. This can't be a thing. And he was like, no, we're done. When I say we're done, I'm going to come over, surprise you, meet the kids. And he's like, no, I'm out. He literally he was there for 5 minutes. And then he almost broke his ankle. It was all swollen. Tripped over a skateboard. He was like, no, I cannot go back. She wants to be done. We're done. It's fine. But they kept gravitating back towards each other. And I just think that was really interesting too.
Yeah. But Hero was one of my favorite books of last year. And I think I like this one more. So maybe it'll be one of my favorites this year. We'll see. But I also really liked how, what was the oldest kid's name?
Fletcher.
Him. I like how he worked for him. Like he did the internship. Oh my God. And I love, when Tristan was being like mean to Fletcher, I don't remember what he did. And then Claire was like, I'm gonna march my ass down there and tell them who's boss. And Fletcher was like, Mom, you're embarrassing me.
Get out of here. And even Tristan was just like looking at Fletcher and he was like, oh, you're gonna run to your mommy every time you forget a pen to the CEO meeting? What is that? I was like, oh my God.
And then she was like so shook and shaken. She was like, I've not seen business Tristan. I have not.
I know. She was like, how could I have wanted him? Like, how is this person who I, basically had an affair with in Paris the same as this person that I'm seeing that I hate in front of me right now? Oh my God. It was so funny.
No, it was really like hate to love to like heartbroken to love. And then there was also like the kids that hate to love.
Yeah, that's true. The opposite of Mariana. Seriously.
I have not read Mariana Zapata, so I cannot attest.
Claire's such a strong mama bear. No, don't be bullying my kid. No.
That's how my mom is. But I feel like now she's like, you're old, so you deal with your own things. I'm like, Mom, no. That's how it is. But that's how she used to be. She used to be like, oh, hell nah. And now she's like, you're literally an adult. And I'm like, but you're like not an adult until you're like 30. So
I just love that it was after they first met, and Fletcher literally tried to shove Tristan's underpants in his own mouth, and then he had an interview the next day. He's like, you? I was dying laughing. And it was like, he didn't even have a full interview. He was in and out in like 30 seconds. And Fletcher's the one that gets the internship. I'm like, oh my God.
Because he was like, I don't like this kid, but he's the only one with passion.
Exactly.
And you know what? Tristan's smart for that. And he's like, you know what, though? I did like the tough love. He was very much like, yes. I know he has potential, so I'm going to push him, which is good. But like, also, she was like, that's not your place.
Yeah, well, I kind of got it from when he was explaining his like point of view, like Tristan was. When you were hearing everything from like Fletcher, he was like, I forgot a pen to the meeting and he called me stupid in front of everybody. And Tristan is like, I didn't call him stupid. I said, stop doing stupid things. There's a difference. I'm like,
there is a big difference. There is, Nicole. There is. Smart people do stupid things, but that doesn't mean they're stupid.
Right. He's like, I am pushing him so hard because he is a man now. Like, he's like going to be 18, but he needs discipline. He needs discipline. I'm writing down Nikki Ash.
Okay, I'll just try and keep it into my brain.
Okay. Her Imperfect Love series. Imperfect Love. Okay.
See, like, I consider myself smart and like I'm good academically, but sometimes I do the dumbest stuff and I'm like, who are you? Like, where are your brain cells, girl? Gone. So I get it. That's why I was like, yeah, like I get it.
I love the phone call with Fletcher. It's like, did your mom make you do this? Yep. Are you sorry? Nope. I was dying laughing. And when Tristan stayed up to watch Patrick when Claire was going on a date with Paul from Pilates.
And he drank her wine?
Her wine, yeah.
And she was so mad about that. She was so mad.
I was dying laughing. Oh my gosh. These kids, the pranks.
It was so funny.
Yep, it was really, really sweet. I was just like, I was kicking Claire though, like towards the end where she was that third act breakup.
Irritated.
That third act breakup was rough. He was just like, we're basically like a family. Like, he was showing them this home that like he wanted them to grow in, basically. And she was just in her feelings. She was feeling, really like guilty about moving on from her husband. And so she just took it out on Tristan, basically. And, said like, no, you can't adopt my kids. You can't, it's like, you're not their father. Wade is their father. And I was like, oh. And then when Tristan was like pulled up to their house and he was like, he had tears in his eyes. I was like, oh my God, Tristan. Again, another part where I was crying.
No, literally, I was like, when I was reading this, that part, like that whole breakup part, I was literally stressed because I zoomed my ass across campus, was driving in my car while literally so hot because I walked 30 minutes across campus to my car in like 98-degree heat, was in my car driving to work in little downtown, like 5 p.m. traffic, literally 4 p.m. traffic downtown. And I was just reading this and I was like, my life is not okay right now.
I'm not okay.
I'm like, we're not together.
I was devastated. It was so cute when he bought the spaceship for them to put together. They were working.
Oh, yes. And he was like, we're not giving up. That's me. I'm so petty. I'd be like, nah. Like, we are putting this together somehow, some way. I will literally find someone who's an engineer architect to help me because I need to prove it to this man. Even if I don't actually show him, even if I'm the only one that knows, I knew that it was put together.
Tristan was like, this shopkeeper is a jerk, and Harry's like, all the instructions, like the colors don't match like the pieces correctly, so like no one would be able to put this together even if they tried, because it's like all these stuff was missing, or not missing, but they were mislabeled. I love a good breakup scene, especially when the emotions were there. And Harry said, I don't want to live with you anymore. I'm going to pretend that I'm going to go fishing with my uncle and then take a whole plane to France with his little brother. Like, first of all, how did he get there?
The money?
His credit card.
Did they say where they got the money? Oh,
yeah, Tristan's credit card. Yeah, because I forgot about that. He gave Claire a credit card for emergencies, and that's how they got there. But how are you a person working at the airport? You need a passport to get out of the country.
That's what I'm saying. Where did they find their passports? Because I could not tell you where my passport is right now.
And even if they did have a passport, Harry is 13. He was 13. Yeah. And Patrick was 8. Young. I know, but by yourself?
Yeah, I feel like
no one's like, where's your parents? Like,
no, you can fly that young by yourself.
Yeah, but he had to go up to the counter, buy 2 plane tickets, and not a single person in this whole.
Buy it online in advance.
Buy it online in advance.
That's what I would have done, because I feel like it's less suspicious. I look prepared. Like
I feel like it looks prepared. Like my dad bought this for me. I'm gonna go see him in Paris.
That's what it seems like. Like I feel like if I bought it online, it looked like my mom bought it or something. But if I'm there, that looks like I'm trying to flee. That looks like I'm trying to flee.
I'm trying to run for my life. I just thought like nobody asked questions. Nobody asked questions about these 2 minors traveling together.
It's not their job.
They're like, sure, get on, kid. Get on, kid.
They're trying to get through their day. Okay, they're not trying to worry about kids.
I love Tristan's reaction. He's like, Harry, hi, how are you? He's like, good. Can you come down and get us? And he's like, you're here.
He really was shooketh. He was like,
I was like, what?
I have to have ID buying a plane ticket online.
You do? I can't tell you when's the last time I bought a plane ticket. I feel like you have to have an ID or passport somewhere along the way. You had to.
Yeah, I don't know. But maybe they did buy it in person. I just knew that I took the train by myself when I was like 12 or 13.
I just felt like in real life that probably wouldn't have happened the way TL Swan wrote it, but it made for good writing. It was very entertaining.
I did take the train when I was 12 or 13 by myself. Like literally like a long train trip. I went from North Carolina to New Jersey and then from New Jersey to North Carolina.
Mm-hmm.
That's long. That's long. Like 6-7 hours of just
driving.
And I was just chilling by myself. I remember I read The Great Gatsby on that train, and I literally did not understand it because I was too young. I did not comprehend. I was like, what is occurring? But I tried.
Nothing important. The book's not good.
Anyways, that's what I read.
But yeah, but that was really interesting. And I just love how they're like, no, like you're ruining everything. Like they were really mad at Claire because they love Tristan too. And when she finally Paris, and as soon as they see each other, he didn't even hesitate. He was like, baby. And they just hug it out. And I was like, oh my God. Yeah. I was crying, sobbing. I hate that. Yeah. Oh, seriously, Daijah.
I don't know what possessed me to read that. Like, I feel like that's one of the only, if not the only classic I've ever read on my free time. Like, what possessed me to read out of all of them? I think, you know what it was? It was Leonardo DiCaprio in that movie. That's what it was.
That's what it was.
The only reason.
When he sent the kids to get breakfast and they got it on, I was like, lock the door.
Not lock the door.
They had their own room. But yeah.
But you know, kids be barging in. I don't even knock. I'd be like, hey, Mom.
Hey, Mom, you're about to see something you don't want to see.
Oh, no. That does not occur.
Oh, yes. And yet I freaking love Wuthering Heights is good, though. I like Wuthering Heights, too.
See, I haven't read that. So, I remember when one of my goals in the summer was to
read classics?
Was to read Jane Austen.
Oh,
I never did. I completely forgot about it. No, I literally forgot about it until I went to my house yesterday and saw my classic shelf. Not yesterday, like 2 days ago. And I saw my shelf and I was like, oh, I forgot about you.
It's still technically summer. You could
My
do it.
friend just, okay, so the mascot, this is completely random. The mascot at my school is called Tuffy, like, because he's a wolf. I don't know where they got that, but his name is Tuffy because we're like the wolf pack. We're the wolves.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
And so in the student union, there is a diner called Tuffy's Diner, which is named after the mascot. And my sweet mate just texted me, yo, I just realized that Tuffy's is named after the mascot. I'm like, girl, what? And this is her second year here. I'm like, I know that you didn't really have a year last year because of COVID, but you were here for like 3 weeks last year. That's how long we've been here. And you couldn't, from 6 weeks combined, you couldn't put that together? I can't.
No. Context clues not there. Oh yeah, classics. Yeah.
Not a book every 2 weeks. No, I haven't read that many. I was supposed to do a tier ranking video where I ranked all the books I read for school, but then I forgot about it. Let me see. I read Romeo and Juliet, Fahrenheit 451. I read Night, which is like a modern classic. It's not even like a novel. It's like I guess a memoir during the Holocaust, Persepolis, but we read the graphic novel, which is about some Middle Eastern conflict. We didn't even finish it, so I don't remember. Some nonfiction stuff about being like literate. I don't know. Like Kite Runner, Macbeth, Things Fall Apart, which is the worst book I've ever read, point blank period. No.
No.
The Catcher in the Rye, and then I read Doubt the Play, which I hated. It was about nuns. Frankenstein, Death of a Salesman.
Good. I like Frankenstein.
I read Frankenstein, but I read it with that awful teacher from last year, so I feel like it has some animosity towards it. And then we read Death of a Salesman, The Turn of the Screw, The Glass Menagerie, Hamlet, and The Handmaid's Tale. But I can't even say The Glass Menagerie. I barely remember reading that.
I don't think we didn't read Glass Menagerie. We had to watch movies for English one year. We watched Lord of the Rings.
You know, it's funny. One of my teachers, they said that in class, like, it's fine, obviously, to have our computers take notes because that's what most people do. But, like, to be conscious of what you have on your screen when you're doing it. Because when she was a TA, someone just was watching Lord of the Rings just in class, no audio. But everybody, like, just behind them in this lecture hall was just all watching Lord of the Rings because he had it on his screen. Nobody was paying attention because he just had, like, it was like a battle scene, like swords. Yeah. And everybody
was like the Battle of Helm's Deep.
Something. I haven't seen the movies. I haven't read the book, so I don't know. But like everybody was just watching it.
You haven't seen the movies? Oh my gosh. You need to at least watch the movies.
You know, dude, that little thing scares me.
What little thing?
The little creature thing.
Gollum?
Yeah.
You'll be fine. I did think it was a little sudden when she joined him in Paris after the conference, but I was here for she was like, you know what? I'm gonna take it.
No,
I'm gonna take it.
You know what it was? It was the fact that her mom was like, go.
Oh yeah.
If her mom did not say go, she would not have gone.
No. Her mom was like, I can totally watch it for the weekend. Like, we're having fun. She even said, we're having fun. Sorry, they don't miss you. She said that. Her mother said that to her. I was like, your kids don't miss you. Sorry. Just go have fun. I'd be like, oh, they don't miss me? Fine. I'm going to go get my back blown out in Paris. Bye. In Paris.
Like, who's going to pass up the opportunity to just go to Paris? Not I.
Nope. Not me.
Not me. No. No.
Are we all for it?
So I think it was sudden, but I think she was like...
She saw the opportunity and she took it.
And, like, she literally hasn't done anything interesting since her husband died. She's just been taking care of these kids, trying to keep that business afloat. Sis has had no fun. That's probably why she hated Tristan so much at the beginning, because she just had a stick up her ass.
Exactly.
And so, like, in Paris, he removed the stick.
And replaced it with his dick. That's the cure.
The
That's
way that it rhymed, I can't.
Or pure poetry. Pure poetry.
The way that it rhymed is sending me, bruh. Bruh.
That is the cure to
so
anything that
funny.
ails you. Let me tell you.
That was so funny. If someone in this live show did not laugh at that, no sense of humor.
No sense of humor. We're ending it now. No, just kidding.
That was so funny.
But yeah, I really liked it. I really liked it, and I'm gonna read the other books.
Yeah, I really want to read the other books. That's why I knew that I was gonna like it, because just reading those synopses. Remember that night that we read the synopsises?
Oh gosh, yes. We were like, these actually
We were
sound really good.
so hard, and I was like, I know I'm gonna like it, so I got both of them.
Yeah.
You know what, Nicole? I'm just realizing.
What?
After this, we need to stay on for a second because we have not picked the books for October, November, December.
You are so right. Did we pick the tropes though?
No.
I thought we did. I thought you accidentally picked tropes, but then you were like, "Oh, we don't need to do this because we actually have 2 more books," but you didn't keep them. We got to pick tropes.
Oh,
Okay,
we might have.
We might as well just pick again because I don't remember.
Me either. I thought you probably would have written them down somewhere.
It's probably around here somewhere.
Oh yeah, they did go to pick out the ring at the end, and he was like, "Does this look like something your mom's gonna like?"
I love how they're like, "I really like it," and they pass it to all the kids, and then Patrick drops it, and they're like, "You know what? We'll take it."
That's the sign. That's
The
the sign.
It's cute. He's like, "I didn't mean to, guys. Gosh." But yeah, it was beautiful. It was beautiful and heartwarming and swoony and romantic and spicy and yeah.
10 out of 10.
10 out of 10.
You read this chunker fast.
I did.
You read it really fast.
I was like, I'm only going to read half of it. I'm going to read half of it today and then I'm going to finish it tomorrow. Nope. I read the whole thing. I went to bed at 1 o'clock in the morning.
That's the time that I go to sleep every night.
Listen. I'm a little lady and I need my rest.
No, you know what? I finished this really quick too. I read it in like 3 days while in my first week of college.
That's pretty amazing because you were probably busy.
No, literally, I started this on the 2nd day of classes and I finished it on my 4th day of classes. But I only have 4 days of classes a week, so that's nice.
That is nice.
But then I work 2 days, so I only have 1 weekend day. But I'm about to quit, so it's fine.
Oh.
It's just simply too far away.
Yeah. And when she told him she was pregnant, honestly, that reminds me.
What about that? That was cute.
So cute. That reminds me of Tristan's mom being a jerk, where she was just like, I understand you really love this girl, but you're never going to have kids of your own. And you should really just meet your old girlfriend just to see if the spark is still there.
Girlfriend, bro, that ex-girlfriend had me. I'm like, you still having like tea with your ex's mom? Like, what in the world? And Tristan was like, nada. No. He was very much like, nope.
He told her point blank, like, stop having coffee with my ex. And she's like, I'm friends with all of your exes. Like, why is that?
That's so weird.
Why? That is very weird.
No, but he really told that ex straight up, like, leave me alone.
It's like, sorry, we're together, it's serious.
Like, this between us is never going to happen.
But I cannot believe his mom freaking said that. Like, you just want her because it's something to fix. And you broke up with your ex-girlfriend because you couldn't fix anything of her. So you should really just see if the spark is still there with your ex-girlfriend. And then Fletcher overheard everything because he was there working and he listened at the door. I was like, how rude. I didn't like her very much.
Douche canoe.
I did not really like her.
Douche canoe.
Yes.
Did they say, wait, at the end, did they say what the kid was? Because I low-key feel like this, like, not that gender is relevant, but I feel like since she has 3 boys, this kid would end up being a girl. I'm not gonna lie. It definitely would be a girl.
I don't think they said.
I don't think so either.
They didn't. They didn't say. They didn't. She just said, I'm 2 months pregnant. That's it.
Nah, it's a girl. Period.
And I love how like he like resigned at Miles Media to be CEO of Anderson Media, and he was like his. I love this. This is how the book ends, but I really love it. His brother's like, "When will you be back?" And he's like, "When my boys are men." You know, I loved when he called him his boys.
I'm fine.
I can't. So emotional.
But think about like those. Like, imagine having Tristan as your dad, and then those 3 boys, and you're like a little girl. Like, that'd be a lot.
That'd be a lot.
You and the men stay away.
No,
all the boys.
I know. You would not have a boyfriend.
No, you would not have a boyfriend until you were 30.
Nope. You find out
the third book that.
Okay, so the
Danielle,
next book.
Danielle, what is it?
She wants to know. She wants to know.
DM me or something. I need.
Yeah.
I'm right. I'm right. It's a girl, bruh. Don't try me. And if it's not a girl, I'm simply suing Tail Swan.
Simply suing. So the next book, okay, so I remember this one scene when his brother, was it Elliot, who was auctioning for that painting or whatever, that artist, and he sees like this woman across the way and they're basically like eye fucking each other, and he's like, go after her, I gotta buy this painting. And so is that the third book, them two? Because I hope so.
I don't know.
But yeah, I was like, so I love it.
Okay. It must be a girl. It has to be a girl. There's no other reasonable explanation. Like there's only 2 options and only one of them is correct.
Yeah, you have a 50-50 chance of being right.
Yeah, so I'm right.
Yeah.
But so there's this bartender I watch on TikTok because she's great. And she's pregnant right now. And I was 100% convinced. She was 100% convinced she was having a girl. Girl, she's literally having a boy. I was like, there's no way. And then everybody was like, no, literally so many people were like, no, you are having a girl. That she was like, here is literally the ultrasound with his wang in the picture. Like, I was like, not you putting this on the internet, but yeah, like but so many people were just like, you're simply incorrect. Someone did something wrong.
It's his arm or a thumb or something.
No, but it was not. It was not.
That's the third book with Elliot. Okay, and you see the other brothers with their wives. Got it.
Oh,
got it.
I feel like, am I gonna like this one as much as I like this one? I don't know. I don't think it's possible.
I was comparing reviews to this book to the first book, and people have rated who read them both. They rated this one higher. So maybe, like you will still, but they still rate, like, okay, they gave this book 5 stars and they gave the first book 4 stars. It's literally like, it wasn't like they gave the first book 1 star.
All I keep seeing in this description is naughty blue eyes. Like I'm looking at it and that's all I see. And something about an email. Mm-hmm. And there's a private meeting.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I really wanted them to like bang on their desk.
This one's bigger. This one's bigger.
That's what she said.
Or maybe just the extras at the end. What the freaking frack?
No, don't spoil yourself. Don't be just skipping through the book.
What is this?
What? I don't have a physical copy of that book.
Oh, no. So this is both of these books have the first chapter of Mr. Masters, which is one of her other series. And so it literally says like Alina Master or something. I guess it's a character in it. And it says wife and beloved mother, in God's hands we trust. And it says like her years of like life. But then if you turn the page, it says, where would you like us, sir? I unbuckle my belt on your knees. And then it says page or chapter 1. But that was like, I was like, what? I was like, how is this like, okay, a death occurred.
A death has occurred.
About it. This is where it says it. And then chapter 1, I'm like, how is this all related?
You're like, I feel like this was just a roller coaster ride just now.
Like, okay, like that's why I saw that and I was like, what? I was like, that's how the book ends? That's why I was like, whoa. I was like, nothing unbuckling of the belt.
Yes, on your knees, and then death.
But that's how I thought that this book ended, because I didn't
gosh.
see that it said that. So I was like,
Got it.
okay, Danielle liked the first book the most, and the second and third.
Oh, okay. Have me rewinding the audiobook. Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, I feel like we would still like the first book, though.
I think I'm still gonna like it, but I'm scared I'm not gonna like it nearly as much.
As much.
And then I'm gonna be disappointed. Or have the hiccups.
All right. Well,
I'm gonna hiccup.
hold your breath.
Our book. I was gonna say the book that we're reading next month. Oh, isn't it for anti-hero? I think that's a trope. It's for vicious.
Anti-hero. Yes, you're correct.
You put September 5th, ma'am. It's September 7th.
Yep.
You mean October 5th?
Yeah. I still think it's July.
I know, me too. But I know
October.
This book.
Here we go.
The Vicious is going to have some trigger warnings. I know that. So I'd be careful.
Is it October 5th?
Yeah, October
What's the
5th.
first Tuesday? Okay, yeah.
The first Tuesday is October 5th.
October.
I'd be careful
right.
and check trigger warnings if you have any triggers, or just if you want to be careful. I feel like this book's, yeah, because it's a bully romance, and literally in the synopsis, he's like, "Oh, I hate the scum that works for my family, like the maid," and then like I think the female love interest, like I think the main character, I think that she's the daughter of the maid.
Oh,
I think that's what it is. And he's like, I hate the scum that works for us. They're so poor and trash. That's literally what I imagine.
I think that's why we chose this for anti-hero.
No, we did. That's why we chose it.
Because I'm like, I'm remembering you saying like almost exactly that word for word when we were picking this book.
Yeah, that's why we chose it. But like, be careful, because it's definitely going to be. Because I read the first book and the spin-off series of this, and she was a lot. Okay. She was a lot. Remember the pencil?
Yes.
That was the pencil.
That was the pencil. That was the spin-off of this series, you said.
Mm-hmm. So I think the first series takes place in like one kind of age category, and then the second series is like after that. Because I'm pretty sure Vicious is, I think I'm remembering Vicious is in the first book of the spin-off series. But I'm pretty sure he's like a dad or something, or like he's just like older.
Oh, okay.
Because I think, so in that book, though, this is not really a spoiler, but like they go beat somebody up, like the dads. Well, the dads and the main character, and like I'm pretty sure Vicious was involved in this beating of ass. So that's how I remember.
Beating of ass.
Yeah, literally.
Okay.
So I'm pretty sure that's when he was in it. Oh, sorry if you heard that noise.
Okay, well, this is our next pick.
And we'll announce the other ones for the rest of the year soon. When we actually sort them out.
Yeah. Yeah, we will. We'll do that soonish. Like maybe tomorrow.
If I can have my shit together and actually make graphics. Okay, I have homework.
Just you have it on Canva, right? Didn't you share it with me, or is that just the thumbnails?
I think it's just shared with you. No, I can do it. I'll just procrastinate my homework and do it. It's fine.
I mean, I can do it.
I don't really have homework. I just need to study. Like, I need to read the textbook.
You just have to do your reading?
Yeah. But everybody calls, like, anytime people have work, they just call it studying. Like, everybody's like, I have to go study.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you're literally doing an assignment. But okay.
It's not studying. It's not like you have a test. Or do you?
Yeah,
do you have a
that's
test?
what I was thinking. I was talking to somebody today. I think studying is more of like reviewing material you've already learned. But they're like, I think even studying as like anything where I don't have to turn it in. Like, so they think reading the textbook, even for the first time, is studying because they don't have to turn it in.
Interesting.
Yeah, anyways, that's random rant.
Okay. All right, everybody. Any other thoughts that we did not go over that you want to talk about that we didn't mention?
I feel
Anybody?
like we caught a couple things at the end.
Yeah.
Because I completely forgot about the ex-girlfriend, how she just showed up. And I was like, Miss Ma'am.
It was the pregnant comment. I was just like, oh yeah, that reminds me.
Danielle DM'd me.
You're right.
I'm not saying.
You laughed. I feel like you. I feel like you would be upset if you were
There was more
incorrect.
information than what I asked for. So that's why I asked.
She just wants to make sure that you know all the things.
Yeah. But that's why I laughed, because there was like more information than I expected.
Sure, go ahead, play it off. It's fine.
There was. I'll tell you after. Okay, we just hit the 1 hour mark. So
1 hour.
I feel like this was honestly shorter and more concise than the majority of our live shows that we've ever had before.
And I feel like we talked to, like, yes, we've been live for an hour, but I think we talked about the book for a majority of that time. Too.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It was the most concise and like the shortest.
It's like, this is all we loved about the book. It's amazing. Little tangents here and there. Back to the point. We talked about everything. Hey, I feel like we did good.
We did.
High five.
Okay, time to end. Boop. Bye.
Bye, everyone. Thanks for joining us. Bye.